Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Makeba Williams, coming out of beautiful, beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. And I know you all seen the title. The title is Tyler Perry, I Stand With You, Beauty in Black miniseries. And if you see my premiere, I think I had Tyler Perry, I Stand With You, Beauty in Black movie, and nobody corrected it. Nobody brought it to my attention. Okay, but I sincerely apologize. It's actually Beauty in Black miniseries, and so that's what this video is about today. Two things before I actually get started. Number one, I want to apologize for my voice. I'm getting over a cold, and then I didn't want to wait to do this video because I had already said I was going to do the video. Now I know I've changed it in terms of me officially launching, like, well, Makeba, you've changed it several times, but that's different. That's my entire brand. This is a video. So I have so many videos that I would like to share. When I went to go see Donna Ross, the beautiful, talented Donna Ross. I have part two of I have a lot of content coming. And in my previous video, I shared the status, my life update in terms of vlogging. It's definitely coming. So please do not give up on me. Unless God has something extraordinary better, you know what I mean? Because this is fun. This is part of what I do. You know, I have several other things I do. But this is like therapeutic for me. It's fun, it's creative. It allows me to express myself, so why not? But today's video, we're going to have some fun, and we're going to go into the unknown, okay? The video is entitled, Tyler Perry, I Stand With You, Beauty in Black miniseries. Get you some popcorn, some brownies, ice cream, make you a salad. I don't care. If you want, whatever you got to do, okay? Whatever. You know, even if you can make it a miniseries night with some friends, y'all have a spread, whatever. Get creative, watch it, support. So I want to talk about a couple of things, but another thing I want to talk about is a disclaimer. I've done, I think, 2 I Stand With Tyler Perry's. The first one was Makeba. Okay, so love Makeba. And the second one, in terms of Tyler Perry, I Stand With You, Divorce in the Black. Okay, prior to that, I had never done anything like that. I, of course, have shared his books and discussed one of his books. Actually, I have 2 of his books, but that's the most I've ever really done. Besides, probably he went to go speak somewhere, I went to support that. That's about it. But in terms of movie reviews, I don't do movie reviews. I support movies, but for some reason, since I support a lot of his shows and movies, I just wanted to go into the unknown and do something a little different. Just go into the unknown. Makeba and Divorce in the Black, it was a lot of different narratives online, so I wanted to just give my perspective, professionally of course, but I typically would not do movie review. You know, I just feel like it's entertaining, it's good writing, you know, there's nothing negative to say, you know what I mean? Movies supposed to be entertaining. Now you have some people that go to school for that, and I'm not necessarily talking about actors and actresses or anything like that, producers. I'm talking about you have people who critique on a professional level. I get it, and we all have to start somewhere. There's freedom of speech in America, but I feel like if I pay my money, it's good. Typically I follow and support good people, so there was really in the past nothing for me to say, unless if I'm going to say anything, I'm going to stick more so when he does his speaking engagements, because I'm going to give some golden nuggets that I learned. You know, I'm always coming from an optimistic and a positive perspective. That's more so me than anything. I just don't feel, you know, building my platform off of critiquing someone unless they personally just ask me. You get what I mean? Like, okay, what do you think about this? Or I'm actually involved in it. But if I can't say anything good, something uplifting, or there's a lesson, what is the point? For me, you know what I mean? To each his own. So if someone else you know, look at a movie, they may want to get on there and just talk about it. They have that right, you know what I mean? Just be mindful, you know, what you're sharing. It's just like with me, I'm mindful, you know what I mean? Because once you do a video, it's always out there. It's don't go away. I don't know why people think when they delete something on, not necessarily social media, on the internet in general, it does not go anywhere. It's still, it can be pulled up. So disclaimer. Okay, so disclaimer. The content used in this video, Tyler Perry, I Stand With You, Beauty and Black miniseries, is intended for educational and informational purposes only. Okay, just my perspective, coming from a social worker perspective. You know, that's really why I'm doing this. Now, I know a lot of people may say, okay, what can she possibly say? There's a lot I can say. But there are only 3 areas that I want to focus on. Now, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to talk negative. I'm not going to bash, smear. That's not my intention of this video, okay? It's really not. My perspective from a social worker perspective is to focus on mainly, the first one that I'm going to focus on is major. And then I got a part 2 to that disclaimer, okay? Because I'm not done with that disclaimer. There are 3 areas that I want to discuss from a social worker's perspective. And as I go through the video, I will share. But I will not be discussing anything negative, anything that's offensive. That's not my goal or agenda. That's not what I'm advocating. So I'm going to come more from a positive perspective and lessons, okay? Because in the last 2 that I did, I talked about employment. You know, people, this is their craft. This is their job. This is their passion. You get what I mean? So if I'm not a professor and I'm teaching someone how to act, if I'm not sitting in the room with Tyler Perry and the team or the crew and we're navigating through a scene, I'm not on payroll, you know, I'm not on payroll. And speaking of that, this is the second part of this disclaimer, is that I'm not a sponsor, I'm not an ambassador, I'm not collaborating, none of that. This is solely on me, okay? This is something that I do. Like I said, this is fun. You get to watch something, get entertained, learn, or whatever it is, and then you can share, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to go through the scenes. No, I want you to go watch it. Go to Netflix, make it a date, make it a group. This can actually be a good podcasters, okay? This can be like a group, a very productive group conversation. You know what I mean? To the people who, once I finish what I'm about to say, this will be a good narrative, a good positive productive narrative. This is a moment for leaders to stand up and teach. You get what I mean? To bring out some good stuff from that perspective. This, you know, you gotta have the movement, I get it, of the people want to say what they want to say, to each his own. But with me and my platform, I want to go into the unknown, explain why I support and believe in Tyler Perry's craft or brand, business, content, and why I'm doing it. You know what I mean? But the disclaimer, the first one I said it. The second one is and another reason why I want to do that second part of the disclaimer is because I have on this shirt, okay? I purchased this shirt. This was not me going to a wonderful event. And if I went to, I'm not big on really going to events. And I've shared that. Even with, so let me explain why. I used to be, I don't know if I should say this. I used to be at all kind of brunches, lunches, and I noticed over time it turned into photography. It turned into who's wearing what, and who's talking to who. And I know networking That's the birth of that. That's the cause that you're supposed to be able to network. But I'm not interested going, and I'm not saying, let me be clear, okay? I'm not saying when you go to an event by a conglomerate, the level of a Tyler Perry. Absolutely not. But I'm just skeptical about going to events because in the past, you have to understand, I've gone to Spelman for undergrad for sociology, so I have been around the best. I've gone to Emory University for public health, Clark Atlanta University for social work, one of the best, greatest social work programs in the country. John Hopkins for nonprofit, okay? I've been out there to all kind of events, cute brunches. To me, over time, my experiences started to change. And you want to be able to have an experience, because I believe in experiences. If I'm going to put an event together, I want you to have an experience. I'm so serious. I take that so serious. When I had my luxurious wealth online business, it wasn't about us going to the St. Regis, the Waldorf Astoria, the Four Seasons, the Ritz. It wasn't about just being in a 5-star environment. It was about the experience. And so I just noticed in the past, not recently because I haven't gone to hardly any events, it just turned into, what are you wearing? And it turned into just pictures. It's like the messaging was just not there anymore. And I'm not saying, let me be clear, okay? I'm not saying that's for anybody else. I'm saying in the past for me. So I stopped participating and I stopped going because I want to get the messaging. When you go to, people need to understand, when you go to an event, you're supposed to have standards anyway. Right. So that shouldn't be the moment unless you're going to a fashion show. But if you're going to learn entrepreneurship, how to become a multi-millionaire, give me the message. I can come with some shorts. I just want the message, because trust me, respectfully, I'm gonna come with the best of the best. But it's just, it began to shift, and so I haven't, you won't see me out like that. I just haven't done it yet. But a lot of things that I'm saying now, it's just really whimsical-ish, and it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. It's, ladies, gentlemen, they're doing phenomenal. I just want the message. So no, you probably won't see me. Now I'm gonna tell you where you probably will see me. At a high-level event, a performance, a level 10 mindset. We're talking about deep dive into neural research, quantum manifestation, things like that, habits. That's where you'll see me. I want to sit at the table with people who are really serious and gonna take me to the next level. And typically what I'm looking at, that's going to be more of a mastermind group, and it's going to be much smaller per se. You get what I mean? We're talking about probably events that cost $5K, $25,000. We're talking about heavy hitters who at that table and they're doing it. You get what I mean? So I think I've passed the time, the space and time in my life being out, but if I'm out, it's going to typically be in a setting like that. But I want everybody to win. I want everybody to continue on, but I just want to put that disclaimer out there, because when you're wearing somebody's brand, you want to do it respectfully and professionally. You get what I mean? You want to have ethics with it. And I know, looking at Tyler Perry brand, they're serious about the brand, okay, so we did the disclaimer before I talk about Beauty and Black miniseries. Why do I professionally stand with Tyler Perry? Number one, Tyler Perry recently stated he had a wonderful interview with David Mann. Love the interview. Now this interview, I snuck in. You know how you go somewhere, you sneak in a room. You know how you sit in the back of the room and you kind of like. So we give you an example. You know how you be on the college campus and they may have an event and you want to get in that room. You go in, you sit in the back and you try to blend in. Okay, he did an interview. He was a guest feature on Man TV. David Mann. We all love the Manns. We love Tamla and David Mann, okay? Oh, so adore them. He did an interview. And with that interview, he shared he was a caretaker. And I said to myself, yeah, I would agree he is. That's one of my great strengths to become a full-time philanthropist. But I'm a social worker. You know what I mean? I'm about making a difference, creating jobs. That's another thing. I started my commercial cleaning business to create jobs. Tyler Perry, that's what he does. You kind of, over time, you'll kind of figure out, because see, I'm learning a lot of people support people and they really don't know what their beliefs are, what they do. And it's like when they find out these people do whatever they do, they're like shocked. I'm like, why? You should have known this. You know what I mean? You should know. Now, I'm not talking about getting into somebody's personal business. No. No. But you kind of want to know some of their views, some of their perspectives. And they kind of show it through their craft, whatever that craft is. Or you can kind of see what they do within the community over time. So, over the years, I did not learn Tyler Perry through his plays, although my mother supported his plays. And I would admit it and admit it again, my mother would ask me, did I want to go to the plays? But I was so busy doing other things during that time of my life, I never went to the plays. My mother sung with Dottie Peoples. I've shared this. My mama did it all when it came to gospel singing. And so she was in that world. And she would ask me and I would say no, and that's one of the things I do regret. I could have remembered with my beautiful beloved mother, and that would have been the connection. But I truly discovered Tyler Perry through his shows and his movies, and then it elevated to, wow, this guy is intelligent. Oh, hold on. Oh, he is a business savvy beast. But it was really the interviews, and then I began to watch the shows, and then it went from there. So I was like, oh wow, you know what I mean? I'm like, I was impressed. So one support path led into another one, right? So as I began to really learn his gifts and talents, I began to reflect on me and say, that's kind of like my personality. So my advice to you all, when you support someone, and then people do change. People can change. People have the right to change. I've heard people say, his writing changed. And I'm going to briefly talk about that. It's not that Tyler Perry writing has changed. Tyler Perry is going into the unknown, and he's kind of, so let me give you an example. You know how people may have their favorite meal. They eat the same thing over and over and over. Every now and then they kind of want to taste something a little different. That's what he does. And in one of his, or a few of his interviews, I think he interviewed with Joe Osteen. No, he interviewed with Joe Osteen. I should know this. And he shared that he wanted to try other things. I remember he said he wouldn't mind trying sci-fi or horror. I remember that horror film or so. I remember him saying he wanted to try some things. And I don't understand why people are so critical about him wanting to try some things. People can change. I really don't think, and I'm going to address that, right? I'm going to address that. Why people won't allow him to be free with the pen. Because in actuality, he's telling narratives, or in his world, stories. You get what I mean? I don't understand the criticism, but we're going to leave it right there. And then I also like to support him and stand with him. I like to know why people do what they do, as I shared earlier. Graduated from Spelman in sociology, and we study the world, micro, meso, macro, social work, behavior. My focus and specialization was health and mental health, Emory Public Health, John Hopkins, nonprofit and business. So I'm always intrigued in why people do what they do, you know. And then another reason, those are some of the main professional reasons. He's hired thousands of people. That's been my dream. No, I've been doing it on a small level. So I'm like, oh, okay, he gets it. I say he creates jobs. I believe in that. He likes to make a difference. Now, I don't know his philanthropic journey. I just know he's created a lot of jobs, and I'm pretty sure he's made a big difference. You know, he has this humongous studio, probably 12 minutes away from here. It's not that far. Now, I saw Tyler Perry, I saw his studio before it became a studio, when it was a military base, because I used to pass by it all the time when I worked for the government. So my scope of it is when it was a military base. Now, I've seen people, it's so funny to me, because I used to go back and forth down that street, and it's like, wow, it's like people, they go over there and they see a studio, and it's amazing how things and how space and time can change. It's like they have this, they can see the studio, but when they show the studio, I'm like, I remember guards used to be out there. That was a military, it was an active military base. It had closed down for a while, but it was a military base. I used to drive back and forth because I worked for the government downtown Atlanta, and I would take, to go to Riverdale, I would just sometimes go the back way. It's just amazing. And then, of course, I said I had some banks in that area. So, it's just, man, life is just funny like that. Hopefully he'll start doing tours. That's what I want to do, like a tour, professional tour. But I guess that's one of the reasons why I just hadn't, like, really just drove by there, because I did it for so many years. You know what I mean? Eventually, just wanted to share so far the disclaimer, part 1 and 2 of a disclaimer. I purchased a shirt. This is solely on me. And also, if you all want to purchase a shirt, go to Amazon. I'm pretty sure I'll put the link in this video, and I plan on getting some more. In my last video, I talked about brands that I'm going to support more. Okay. I'm not going to get into it. Go see my last video, and you all can understand. I'm just going to put it to you like this. Brands that I know are compassionate, they making a difference, they going above and beyond, they hiring people, they helping people. Okay. I'm going to make sure I support. I'm just gonna say that. So you can go look at my previous video and understand. Now, I was supporting Tyler Perry and standing with Tyler Perry before the election. So I'm just saying certain brands I'm going to make sure it's worth ordering. Like, some people may stand in line for a bag, for a purse. Some people may stand in line for a pair of shoes, sneakers. I just ordered a nice, now I was skeptical, I need to be honest, because I'm really not a hoodie woman, because this has a hoodie on it. But I said I'm gonna be a little bit more mature, because, you know, I'm gonna be mature and I'm gonna purchase it. But, you know, sister was a little on the fence, and I would like to have this one in white. They did not have white. They had a darker gray, but this is cute. It's cute. So I plan on purchasing some more, because I said there are going to be about 5 brands I'm supporting. Okay, y'all gonna, when you see me, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, she supports such and such, without any hesitation. Okay, so personally, why do I support Tyler Perry? Because professionally, I share. Personally, goes back to education. Okay, he like to give you what you want, but he give you the message within the content. See, everybody lens and or scope is going to be different. He give y'all what you want. He give you the female character who's wealthy, beautiful, with all the, I shouldn't say this, but nobody don't ever be ugly on. He'll never have nobody visually challenged to look at. Okay, I have yet to see anybody visually challenging movie. I haven't seen anybody visually challenged in any of his movies. Everybody's either gorgeous or handsome. I haven't seen anybody like, they stand out. Everybody blend in. I have yet. Tyler Perry has such a gift. He probably can take a visually challenged person and make them a star. Okay, I'm so serious. Okay, he has that. Some people just gifted with it. It's like some guys or women can make a song and make it a hit, and it's not a one-hit wonder. They can take a song and we can listen to it and listen to it and listen to it. Like, for instance, We Are One. I can play that probably 5 years still playing the same song. You get it, right? Y'all know we are. I can't sing, but y'all get it. Okay, he just have it. He just got it like that. He's not afraid to talk about these narratives. He's not afraid to share it. I've gone to Spelman, graduated with a bachelor's of arts in sociology, graduated from Clark Atlanta University. Social work, you have a master's in social work, Emory University Public Health, and Johns Hopkins Business and Nonprofit. And it's like, from an educational perspective, I'm intrigued. I'm interested to knowing what he's saying. Because some people will look at that and say, that's me, and that's me. And then some people will look at it and say, that ain't me. That's fine. But if it's not you, how could it be a lesson for the person it is while you're still in that opportunity? Now, let's be honest. Tyler Perry can be mischievous. He may have that characteristic that toy around with a couple of things. I understand, we are all entitled to that, right? We are adults. But let's keep it, as the street committee would say, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. You know, you may know someone, or that someone may know someone can relate to that. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's this happening. Now, I'm not going to go into scenes. I'm not going to go into what the characters, all of that. I will mention and give acknowledgement to these characters because they are so deserving of that. But I'm not going to go from episode 1 to 8. No, because I feel I'm taken away from Tyler Perry and Netflix. So I just feel he's not afraid, and I feel, okay, so I'm going to say this. The black culture, we're family. Let's look at it like this. The black culture, we are family, right? Are we family? Yes, we are. You know how you may have a grandfather may go through something. Let's look at Tyler Perry as a grandfather or a father, an uncle, a brother, cousin, friend, associate, whatever. You know how somebody do something and they put it on the rug and you walk on it, something is up on the rug and you walk on it, it's crunchy. That's what y'all want. Y'all don't want him talking about it. Y'all don't want him to mention it. You know how somebody in the family do something and everybody, I don't know. That's what y'all want him to do. And I feel in order for our community to become better, healthier, these are some of the narratives that must be told. They must be told. I really don't think you all should say things like, I really don't think you all should, it should be a push to remove the narrative, because as I said it before, somebody's gonna tell the narrative. Somebody gonna tell it. Somebody's gonna visualize it or just tell it. These can either be visuals or they can be actual stories. But there is things within these episodes that people have either heard experienced or about to. They've either heard it, experienced, or they about to experience. Fall in one of them categories. So it's a how can I say this? See, I don't want to go into no. I'm not gonna go into the episode. But y'all want the family culture to sweep things up under the rug. How can we become better? So y'all want him to just sweep it up under the rug and never talk about it? That's not how we're gonna get better. That's not how, and if that's the goal, if the goal is to become better, let's tell the stories. Because not all stories are gonna be perfection. Not all stories are gonna be, as I was saying, sweet tea on the porch. You get what I mean? Sunday morning. Not all stories are gonna be that. So to me, it's not about, somebody has to tell it. It's not about advocating to do that, because we are adults. That means it's already in you. Take accountability, and let's be responsible for the youth. Let's be responsible for the youth who are watching your children, because this is adult writing. So if it's adult writing, if it's already in you, either you're gonna say, I see me, or I did that, or I heard about that. It's not about, ooh, that shouldn't be written. No, somebody needs to tell it. He just happened to be the one who's standing up and telling it. And honestly, he may be saying he has such a creative mind where it's fluid. I call it fluid. It's like, oh, it's bouncing. I get it. But some things are happening without Tyler Perry saying it. And it's a scene that I want to talk about that is happening. And it had to do with a lot of people. And I'm going to say it was outside. During COVID, I heard something about that. But I'm going to see what I mean. And I want y'all to understand. I want to talk about this. I've never been a stripper. See, I'm going into the movie. And I don't want to do this. I've never been a stripper. No. Never sold narcotics. I haven't even smoked weed, for goodness sake. Okay? Now, I may have had contact with it, walking by or something, somebody in their vehicle. You know, you go to a club, you may smell it, but I've never participated in recreational activities, okay? Now, yes, I've done some things, but I haven't done that. And so, it's not going to make me say I want to be a stripper, because I'm going to keep it 100 bucks. Before Makeba, I'll just tell, I can be real. Before I become a stripper, because that seemed like a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I'm gonna tell y'all, that's a lot of work. Now I'm about to say something. This is not for you to go advocate, ladies and gentlemen, Judies. This is not for you to say Makeba. I know none of that. But what I'm about to say something. Because I've said this since probably 10, 15 years ago. If I ever went rogue, y'all know what rogue is. You know how, for instance, you watch an action-packed movie and the police officer or undercover cop or the federal agent. They go rogue. If I ever go rogue, and I'm just desperately down to flow all the way down where my shoe is, and I'm just gonna sell out. I'm gonna go get me a man over in Monaco. Okay, one. I'm sorry. I just never understood women. Oh dang, that fruit fly. I'm sorry, well, I have my door open. And I don't understand how these flies get up so high. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go to Monaco. It ain't nothing but money. And I'm gonna figure out somebody. And I'm not talking about no mini. No, he gonna be about 75, 85 years old. And I'm good. If I'm gonna go rogue, you're not gonna see me. I'm not perfect now. I've never done this. I haven't even been to Monaco. Okay, that's on my to-do list to go, but that ain't the first place I'm going. You know, in terms of going out of the state. I'm sorry. I just cannot see me. I'm talking about the strippers, not the other content in the movie. Why they end up stripping. No. I'm talking about the women sitting in their room. Them strippers. Sorry, baby, but that's just too much work for Makeba. And you just not gonna. It's too much work. It's just too much work. It's just, I just can't see me doing that. I cannot see me stripping. I don't care how much. Ones, 20s, 30s. No, baby. No, no, no. Again, if I had to go rogue and I just had to sell out, I'm gonna take me a little bit of money, get my stuff, whatever I need to do. Go get hair down in my butt, put some, cause the braids. You gotta do some weave. Not flutter eyelashes, some eyelashes. Go get me a whole lot of sexy gowns, and I'm not talking about Shein or Fashion Nova. I'm talking about beautiful gowns, cause we talking about Monaco. Go over there and go get me one of them international men, okay? And be his little girlfriend, little side piece. Okay, because number one, I won't be seeing him every day because he got business to run, and I'm pretty sure he got a wife that's 85. I know I'm just so wrong. All the church gonna call him because the church gonna call and tell me off. All I'm saying is, before Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and definitely on a Saturday and a Sunday, before I be up in a club where it's hot, Jesus, smoke, I got people pulling on me, I got to deal with women who making more money, who look the best. Before I do all of that, I'm going to take what I got, go do me some research, and I'll be sitting over in Monaco in one of them hotels, sitting up the real pretty, honey. I ain't even got to get on his yacht, okay? I give me a nice little apartment, stack my money, because he ate it. I'm horrible. I'm sorry. I'm going to be up in there calling people in Atlanta. How y'all doing today? Okay? But when I get with him, hey, baby, everything about me, hey, darling, you will not see me sweating. No. I'm sorry. I've never been interested in that. No, I'm gonna go get me, and he might not have to be married. I'm just saying, if I went rogue, everybody got their breaking point. I'm not gonna be up in no club, cause first of all, what men like, see, men have fantasies, and this is telling me what they like. They want to see their Coca-Colas. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a petite woman. I got more conversation. I can take your mind there with my conversation. Come on. Yeah. How they do it? I'm sorry. No. I got a lot of respect for them strippers. I got a lot of respect for y'all. Because that's some work. That's just too much work. Y'all wonder why do strippers ever get tired? And then see, let me tell you why it's challenging. Cause you in there and you like you the baddest, but then another will come in the baddest, and then when you gonna make your money? Cause you got to remember, certain strip clubs, it's, I guess, tiers to it. You have the regulars. They come regulars who have wives and purpose and intention. Like they probably come in during lunch, and then occasionally like birthdays or something. Then you got the guys that just roll through there every night. Yeah. Then you got the VIP room. Honey, go to Monaco. Go to one of them countries and go go on and just be a side chick. I can't believe I'm advice. I'm gonna give y'all. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, okay? Don't listen to me. But I'm just saying, my breaking point before I take my little skinny self to a club and I gotta deal with a body. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Monaco, get Delta on the line. Get them on the line. I'm gonna be at, cause that's where they gonna be at the casinos, and I'm pretty sure so many women in this world. I just stay over there until the pop, cause I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be in that club doing that. That's just too making it. That's just too much work. It's just too much. It's hot. I'm hot now in this sweater. It's hot. It's sweating and cigarettes. Oh no. No. I'm just gonna. I'll be that little side chick, cause he go and he'll call me probably once a month. In the rest of my months, I can go make me some real money, and think about it. Probably when we are together, it's gonna be more conversation than anything, and he may sleep half of the time. I can't believe I just gave y'all that advice. Okay, let me get back. I'm the good girl, okay? Y'all don't listen to me. Honey, and I have been to a strip club. I have. I've been a couple of times, birthdays, you know, and I went with some friends, and I'll never forget, a female came up to me. She was like, I want to dance with you so bad. I said, why you want to dance with me? She said, why she wanted to turn me out. She was like, I could just tell you ain't never been in. I said, okay. She said, I'm going to dance for you for free. I promise you. I was like, okay. You can dance with me for free all you want to. But I was like, don't get too close to hot. If I got there, I was like, it was hot, smelling. Dudes trying to talk to me. I'm like, baby, you do you. I'm in here with a group of people. It's just a fun thing. You know, when you're younger, you do creative and stuff. You know, I'm not perfect. So please don't come for me. I'm just saying, if I go rogue, you best to believe, you see me. I probably shouldn't say that, because I know I'm gonna become a wealthy woman. Okay, that's in the making for me. You know what I mean? That's something that I have been working on. So I don't want y'all to take. I see Makeba on the yacht. I see Makeba on the yacht. She a side piece. She dating a man with a lot of money over Monaco. I probably should have said that. God forgive y'all. I'm just having fun, okay? Little giggles. Let me leave that alone. But I did go, and we had fun. It was out of pure fun, and that's it. You know what I mean? Nothing else. Okay, nobody put it on application to be no stripper when we went to the club. Okay, that was a long time ago. Okay. All right. So where do we leave off at? Because I wasn't supposed to talk about the stripper until I gave what it was about. And then, of course, why professionally and personally. I'm talking about personally, why I stand and support Tyler Perry. I'm a black woman. So when it comes to these topics, I can respect the topics. And maybe because I'm more mature when it comes to people mental health, because that's what I do, maybe I'm able to listen and have more of an understanding. And maybe I'm not one of the people saying, okay, we need to change the narrative. No, society as a whole need to get together. Because it's just not on Tyler Perry. If you just look at society, start going on social media, you can see some of these things. You know what I mean? So, and then of course, It is entertaining. You know, his shows are movies, plays, and his speaking is never boring. You're gonna laugh, you may cry, you may feel, you're gonna have some emotions. Okay, good, bad, whatever. Okay, so I talked about why I stand with him professionally and personally. Okay, now let's get to the fun part. Beauty and Black miniseries. A stripper's. I got to see, child. I got to be able to see. Let me pull this up. Because now I'm talking about Netflix. I don't want them to cancel me. Netflix would be like, no ma'am. No ma'am. So let me do them right, like Tyler Perry. A stripper's fate takes a turn when she crosses paths with the wealthy, dysfunctional family behind a cosmetic dynasty in a devious trafficking scheme. Now, I won't go over the trafficking, anything pertaining to the LGBTQ community, domestic violence. I'm not going to talk about any of that. No. I want you to see it. I want you to be able to see it. But before I go into the 3 reasons what stood out for me, I want to talk about some of the characters. Okay, so you have Rico Ross, and he plays Horace Valerie. Rico he's been working since 1982. 1982. Do the math. His IMDb shared he has been working since 1982. It's a long time. He's seasoned. I want to talk about the season B. Richard Lawson. He's been working since 1971. Richard Lawson. And Debbie Morgan, she's been working since 1971. These people have been working for a very, very long time. So they're very seasoned. They're very gifted and talented. Come on. I must start with them first. So Rico Ross, who plays Horace, married or divorced. I think he's divorced from Olivia. Debbie Morgan plays Olivia, and Richard is Horace's brother, and his name is Norman. Rico, to me, out of those, now I love me some Olivia. I'm looking forward to see what he does with Olivia, and to me, all three of these characters are great. Okay, Rico, he's something. I'm liking Rico. I'm gonna say this, that Tyler Perry has Horace sick. Could you get him healed, please? Could you heal him so he can do his thing? Because I want to see him in action. I'm feeling him. And all 3 of these characters, Horace, Olivia, and Norman, they are actually everybody. They are really bringing these characters to life. They are bringing these characters to life. Okay. Next, you have Crystal Stewart as Mallory, Julian Horton as Roy Valerie. Now, Roy Valerie is the son to Horace Valerie and Olivia. And Roy is married to Mallory. And then you have Stephen G. Norfleet. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. Charles Valerie, and he is the brother to Roy Valerie. And he is the son to Olivia and of course Horace. Now, Charles Valerie has a soft spot because he comes from Ruthless. Yes, anybody, I say it all the time, anybody can play in any of the episodes of Ruthless. If you can go on set and actually be in the atmosphere of Ruthless and play one of those characters, you are an amazing person, because it takes a lot of emotion, like a lot. We're talking about, and I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to conflict shows, but Ruthless is one of the shows that's one of my guilty pleasures as well. I told you I like the unknown. I like to be with the underdogs, the people that don't like to go into those areas. He's gonna bring it. Whatever Tyler Perry needs, he's gonna produce it. He been on that Ruthless set. He has it. But yeah, Charles is gonna as his character begin to blossom, grow, develop, he's gonna bring it. Honey, he coming from Ruthless. He can do anything. Okay, next. Then you have Taylor Palador Williams, who plays Kimmy. Amber Rain Smith, who plays Rain. And Xavier Smalls, who plays Angel. Now, how they are linked to Charles Malik Whitfield, who plays Jules. Jules is linked to the Air family. He's linked to them. But he is also linked to the strip club. I don't want to give too much. And then you have Shannon Wallace, who plays Kevin. And I hope I say this name correctly. Javonta Roberts as Elise. And Terrell Carter as Vernay. Now Kevin and Elise, they do security family. More so for Mallory. Jules do a lot of work for Roy. And Vernay, he's an attorney for the family. Then you have the club. Then you have Tamara Kisson, known as she plays body, and that she has a body. And then Ursula O. Robinson as Delinda. So body, she is the bottom chick. I don't know why they call it bottom chick, but she has been working for Jules the longest. Jules is a critical piece to this entire story, okay? And Ursula, I think Ursula is actually over body, because I think Ursula may run or own the club, something like that. So body, you need to be going to Monaco, okay? But body makes all the money, and that goes back to what I was talking about. It's like you have Kimmy. Kimmy is beautiful. She has a shape. But when body get on that stage, it is what it is. And I'm pretty sure, let's think about this. This happens in those clubs. So it's like you have to set yourself at a certain time to make your money, because the guys are coming to see body. Okay? Technical difficulties, so apologize for that. Okay, where did I stop off at? Kimmy. Tamara Kisson, known as Body. She is like the bottom, B-I-T-C-H, when it comes to Jules. I don't know why they call her bottom, but she's been working, it's like a slang. She's been working with him the longest, because I went and Googled it. And I don't know why they won't say she the top. But, okay, it is what it is. So, and that's what I was sharing earlier. Like, she really does have body, okay? And then you have Kimmy. She's beautiful, you know, and she has body as well, but body is making the money. And it goes back to, just think about it being a stripper. We're talking about in real life, okay? What these strippers go through. And I'm going to get into some other things, but that's just something to really to think about. You know, you feel you are the one, and you look to the left, there's a female in her cute little dancing outfit, and you get to the right, and Lord have mercy. All I'm saying is, I wouldn't be working at a strip club, okay? But to each his own, you know what I mean? It's no disrespect. People have to do what they have to do, but I'm just saying, honey, I have to look at some alternatives, okay? Now I want to talk about Kimmy. had me wanting to see more of Beauty in the Black. Okay, I want to get serious. Some people coined Kimmy as being dumb, timid, ignorant, or whatever. Nobody likes her. To me, Kimmy has been the strongest. And let me explain why she's been the strongest. Kimmy was 17 years old. I did not say she was 27, 37, 47. 17 years old. And her mother dropped her off. I'm not going to say the name of the store. I'm going to leave that out. Dropped her off at a store late at night. Gave her $10 and left her there. And I quote, she said, "A couple of days you'll be 18. What did Kimmy know? I don't recall her mother in the vehicle saying, "In a couple of days you'll be going to college. A couple of days you'll be going to the military. In a couple of days you can go live at somebody's house. A couple of days you can go take up a trade." None of that. She absolutely knew nothing. Now, her mother kept her in the house. Kimmy did not have the kind of household it appeared that there were strippers in and out of the house. So she didn't know. She was not around narcotics. She didn't understand that. She was put in the position. She just did not know. Okay, I'm sorry for the noise, but I like fresh air. So, how could an adult look at Kimmy's role and say she's ignorant, dumb, don't know any better? Because she really did not know. She did not have a household where you saw strippers in and out, so she understood the game. She was not exposed to narcotics. Now, Tyler Perry hasn't introduced that. So right now, up until this moment, we will assume, right? She didn't know. She did not know she was getting ready to traffic. She knew it. She asked a question. Part of her said, will we get in trouble? She may have heard things. But I don't want to go in that direction. I want to talk about the mother. Because this is where this all stems from. She's 17 years old. It's 9, 10 o'clock at night. Her mother goes into her purse and give her $10 and say, you got to go. Now, one would ask, if you haven't seen it, why would her mother do that? Exactly. Why would her mother do that? There's a man involved. That right there. There it is. It's a man involved. Okay, this could be approached. Now, I'm a social worker, you all. So, I told you I gave the fun. And I was vulnerable, okay. But I want to talk serious. I want to get serious. I would critically think the mother is afraid to step out on her own. The mother may have a mental illness. The mother could be jealous. You know, that does exist. Hey, some mothers, not all, right? They vicariously live through their daughters. There has been studies behind this, ladies and gentlemen. There has been studies where mothers are either jealous, intimidated, and fear with their daughters. It's real. Go do your research, okay? But the mother, did she really seek help? Because it could appear, was the daddy continuously molesting Kimmy? or he was about to do it? Did she fight for her daughter? Or did she feel in her mind, I'm about to send this man to jail? I don't want to do that, because he is the breadwinner. He's putting a roof over our head. He's putting food on the table. And maybe she feels she didn't have the skills to go out there and do it on her own. It could be so many different variables to this puzzle. All I'm saying is we cannot be too critical towards Kimmy. She was 17 years old. Now, if Kimmy was raised in that environment, she could have smelled that game. Oh, that's game. Y'all about to traffic. That's a felony. Right? That part right there. Because she would have been exposed to conversation, experiences, the hip game. She would have known, well, you know, I knew somebody who did, you know, she would have had some type of familiarity, right? Some type of awareness or knowledge. She didn't have that. She was hungry, lonely, desperate, and willing to do what it takes to put some money in her pocket. Now, we don't know Rain's story. Maybe that'll be introduced later. And this is where I want you to go watch it. This is where I want you to go watch it. But when people attack, when they attack Kimmy, she was 17. Let's not forget that. And I want to say Kimmy has held it down. She has held her own. And Kimmy is still supporting the woman who abandoned her. She has not given up on her mother. Y'all got to give a girl some respect. Y'all got to give her flowers on that. She didn't go to drugs. She smoked some drags. You know, my brother was in the army, so people, he used to come home and say, oh, I'm smoking drags and cigarettes. But she hasn't gotten into, you know, she could have turned into drugs. She could have turned, it's so many things this girl could have done. But she thinking higher. She went to go seek something to do better. I just want y'all to give Kimmy some grace, because she don't know. And although she's learning, we can talk about it. She learning. But it's like everywhere she turns, there is monetization. Go figure. Because I was thinking, okay, maybe she can get her man on the side. How can she? They know where she live. They probably know her, got her phone tracked. So get a man on the side. I don't know. All I'm saying is give Kimmy give her some grace. Give the girl some grace. She was 17. Now, I don't know how old they are now, but they can't be too much older. It ain't like they 30. Probably not even 25. I don't know. But she was 17 when she was given away. I mean, when her mother dropped her off. $10. And I want y'all to go back. I want y'all to go back to Tyler Perry's second movie. Medea's family reunion. There was a moment in the movie when Lynn Whitfield shared that her mother gave her up for $10 in a fix. This stuff happens. But nobody don't want to talk about that. So my thing is, how can, as a collective, right, as the culture, how can we get better when we're not willing to talk about it? That's why I say, I don't think Tyler Perry is just creating these movies. Do y'all not know what he could be doing? Jesus. I want y'all to seriously think. Do y'all really think Tyler Perry is just sitting writing movies just to toy with people? No, no, absolutely not. he got too many people involved. It's a lot of people. So I just want y'all to think about Kimmy being 17, no degree, no type of certification, no licensure, no really job experience, nothing. And it was an unfortunate situation where she gets caught up with Rain, an angel, to make some money. Because it appears her mom had a shelter, but she didn't have a shelter from that man. And I don't know. I don't think that's her father. That may be a guy that her mom dated after her father. So, real questions need to be, why is it women are not stepping up and saying, let me go to a shelter, let me go get some help? Because are they afraid? I don't know. It could be several things. Is it a mental illness? I don't know. But we need to give Kimmy some grace, because the girl is standing strong. She doing the best she can with what she knows. She ain't around there being psycho. She ain't around. Come on, give us some grace. The second thing I want to discuss the BBL. The BBL movement. I'm going to keep it 100. When I see women, and I so admire their beauty. Let me tell y'all who I admire, their beauty. And I'm like, oh, I'm probably like 40% away from looking like that. Have y'all seen Jasmine Tooks? Gorgeous. Everything about Jasmine Tooks is just gorgeous. From her teeth to her skin, everything on her natural. Now, she is a model. She modeled for Victoria's Secret. She has a athletic line. Jasmine Tooks, just naturally gorgeous. Everything about her, just her wardrobe. Now, when I look at Jasmine Tooks, I'm like, I need to go to Pilates. Because I'm already petite, but she's like much, much thinner. And it just makes her clothes just fall so beautiful. It's her energy. She has a beautiful daughter. She's married. That to me is beautiful. Natural. So everybody has their theme. You know, how a woman would look. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody has that avatar. The BBL. When women first started getting BBLs, I wasn't impressed. Let me explain why. Because I grew up and I seen black women with back ends. You go to the grocery store, you go to the bank, you go to the gas station, you go to church. Black women with booties everywhere. That's our attribute. We're born with that. We are born with butts. I've never known. Now, you may have some of the sisters where God was on vacation and he may kind of missed her a little bit, but he may have given her this. He may have given her beautiful breast. Or he may have missed that and gave her beautiful teeth. Hair, you know what I mean? So I never known for black women to really be interested into getting more booty, because that's what we have. We have butt. Now, some women are born with more than others, and you kind of learn that like in middle school, high school, because when you wear your jeans, you're like, oh yeah, she doing it. And the boys, of course, remind us, oh, move out the way, girl coming down the aisle, you know, class with the booty, you know what I mean? Kids. But when the trend started, I was not interested in that trend. Not by far. And I'm going to give it respect if that's what a woman wants to do. Let her do it. But she needs to know what it is she's really getting herself into, because you're putting a foreign object into your body. And I so commend and stand with Tyler Perry about the BBL, the moment. I'm not gonna go into it because he did it. Go to Netflix and watch it. I'm telling you, it's so worth watching. It's so worth watching, because our sisters, you're so beautiful. You are. And it's like with me, there are things I want to do. Like I say, the more I get into video art, video and recording myself, getting out more, I want to remove my moles. I want to get some luminaires or veneers. If I do anything, it's going to be from here on up. Very in moderation, right? I'm not going to do anything from neck on down. I'm happy with my breast. I'm good with my butt. I'm good. Here on up, I may do a few things, but not overdo it. Everybody, when they get into film and things, they get their teeth done. That's typical. I may do some stuff to my skin, not too much Botox. I don't even think I'm gonna get Botox. I don't know, but the point that I'm trying to say is I'm gonna do minor things, nothing major. So everybody wants to do something that's gonna enhance themselves, but just be mindful what you're doing. Just be mindful. A BBL costs between $6,000 to $15,000. It's not that expensive, I guess. And they have different ways you can get a BBL. I looked it up. They have clinic financing. They have partner financing, credit cards, personal loans, savings accounts, credit. There are different ways you can get a BBL. There are consequences to getting a BBL. It's essential that you go to a doctor that is certified and know exactly what they're doing. If I were you, I would go interview those doctors. You know what I mean? I'm not in the medical field. But they say your skin change, you have swelling, nerve damage, bleeding, and the list goes on. But the worst one that I heard was that they say a BBL smells. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. It is my hope that my sisters can begin to just look in the mirror. Just take some time and look in the mirror and find some things about you and just build from that. Because everything is not going to be perfect. It's just not. Everything is just not going to be perfect. I'm pretty sure if I talk to Jasmine Tooks, and to me, she's just so gorgeous. If I talk to Jasmine Tooks right now, if I ask her, what is something about you? Matter of fact, even Halle Berry, she said Halle Berry mentioned, I think within the last year or two, she said, stop saying I'm beautiful and focus on my gift. Halle Berry said that. She was touring, doing PR or something. She went on somebody's talk show and she actually said that. She said, stop, enough with the beauty. Look at my craft. I'm pretty sure if I talked to Jasmine Tooks and I asked her something that she don't like about herself, she'd probably tell you something. And to me, I'm like, everything about her is just so gorgeous. I mean, personality, character, aesthetics, her skin, just beautiful, naturally beautiful. So when it comes to black women, we're gonna all be different. Some of us are gonna be beautiful, right, according to your scope, than others. You know, some of us gonna have, like I have 4C hair. Yes, I have 4C hair. It is thick. Honey, you can wet it and it'll be... I have 4C hair and I'm going natural. So imagine when I get ready to go and get it braided. Well, lady who braided my hair, oh, she heavily sent. But I'm just saying, like, once it grow out, I can imagine what a beautician would probably would say. Oh, honey, you want to put it? Come on. I have 4C hair. I don't have Indian hair. I don't have mixed hair. It's 4C. It is straight nigga. You know? So we're not going to all have, but then I have some great attributes. You get what I mean? So, I just want y'all to really think, what benefit is it getting a BBL? I don't know. Is it something I'm missing? I don't know. Because when I think of a sister, that's all we've ever had was butt. You got rap songs after rap songs. Baby got back. This is what we do. This is who we are. I don't know. Is it something that I'm missing? That's just like telling a person their skin ain't black. Yeah. This is like telling me I'm not black. What you call me then? You white, so you need some black makeup on. That's like a person telling me I ain't black, so I gotta put black makeup on. Don't let no one tell you you don't have butt unless it's just God gave you some great things. Find out what they are. I'm just saying that you do not have to, you don't have to put yourself at risk, because I don't want to tell a person what not to do when they are an adult. I'm just saying, guys, online, social media, guys are saying, you all can go look this up, okay? They would smash a woman with a BBL, but they would marry a woman with a BBL. It's a fantasy. It's like a fantasy. You know, that's not to say they will not get married. But it's a fantasy. It's like, is it a woman is going through a phase and she wants to be like a celebrity or a star? Let me tell y'all, there's so many other ways to do that, I guess. I mean, y'all may have to sit down and go back and kind of brainstorm or strategize. Because if you are looking at it as you want to be a star, you want to be this popular woman, that if you want men to look at you, you become a sex symbol. Do you want a lot of men to look at you? That's you got to start asking yourself these questions. Are you saying, okay, let's we sisters, okay, brothers, y'all chime in, come on, we come in from a respectful, loving place. But I want you to think about this. If you say do you want men to look at you versus you trying to attract a man? Now you have to say to yourself, what kind of man versus men? Right? Men versus a man. So if you are coming from the perspective of you want to be a star, what type of star? Do you want to be an actress? But with acting, they ain't gonna just focus on your butt. They focusing on your face, your sound, your features, how you move your face. When people think about Taraji, they thinking about her craft and how she looks. She can shapeshift. I call it shapeshifter. She can be happy, a mother, a friend. The camera ain't going this way. The camera, this is the camera, right up in here for Taraji. Gabrielle Union, another one. Kerry Washington. It's that look. Camera is not doing this. Camera is, and if it does that, it's, you get it, right? So if you're looking at being a star now, if you're talking about the rap world, okay, that's gonna be seasonal for your age. So if you 21, got my battery. So if you 21, you get a BBL, okay. That one opportunity. You see where I'm going with this? Okay, so if you're not an actress, you know, you trying to be a rapper. You know, I get it. You know, you gotta have that drop it. Oh, y'all ain't know I know how to dance. Oh, yes I do. Okay, so you wanna be that girl. You want to be that Cardi B and Nicki. I get it. Well, maybe because I'm a female. When I think of Nicki and Cardi B, I'm listening at them bars. I never thought about they back end. Maybe because I'm a girl and I'm just not looking at their body. I've never looked at Cardi B and Nicki body like that. I've always looked at, dang, they can rap. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, they rapping. Eve, I'm always listening, and maybe that's just me, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to be respectful and understand what the BBL, what has become. Let me tell y'all when I went through the tattoo phase. I wanted a tattoo. Now I knew I was not going to get a tattoo on my arms because I love summer dress, honey. I like show my arms. My back, I knew I wasn't going to get one on my back. You ain't touching my breast, or no ink around my breast. I ain't trying to catch no breast cancer. Okay, around my stomach, you know, I'm thinking I might have kids in the future. So I call myself pooing on my ankle. I never forget this. So I talked to the white guy. He was real like cool, like yeah. All his words was long. Yeah, come back. And I was like, cool, okay. Gave him my little money. This some time ago. Went in there, thought I was all being grown. I'm like, I'm about to get me a tattoo. I'm here. I'm about to get this tattoo. Honey, he finished that tattoo. I have a rose and a stem. I'm supposed to have a rose and leaves and all of that. I told that white man, that dude, you don't take that needle off my ankle. We about to blow. We about to fight. That tattoo, that heat was burning my ankle. And everybody says it's cute, but they don't know it's so incomplete. It's a rose and a stem, and it's far down there. Like it's really probably about that big. Oh, I just went through this one tattoo. After I got that one, I say thank God I didn't get another one and another one and another one. I didn't go through that. I just got a little rose. Then I went through the phase of wanting an earring in my nose. But then I was like, my nose too big to be getting an earring in my nose. That's gonna look so, I'm sorry. That's just not appropriate for me. Then I went through the phase of wanting a ring in my belly button. Y'all know I went and got one and took it out the next day. I was like, this ain't working. It was all irritating me. It just was all in the way. My clothes. I was like, no, because I had a flat stomach, and I've always been small, petite, very skinny. So I just thought it was sexy and cute and have a little belly button ring. Child, I took that thing out the next day. See, we all go through things. I've tried some stuff. You gonna tell me that I was skinny with my little belly button, honey? I promise you, I only had like a day or two, day and a half. And then I called myself trying to put it back in. I was like, So that's why I say we've all gone through stuff. It's just, I thank God that there's a couple of things about me. I've always been kept, hid, protected. from things. When I wanted something to happen, it didn't. Why this did not happen? You get what I mean? Certain tastes and desires. It just, I may visualize, like, as an adult, I may be curious. That's why I say I've always like, I wonder what that's like. And we all go through phases. Like, I thank God for the people that I don't know, pray for me. The people that I do know, pray for me. The people that see me in my light, my goodness, and they may have that covering. I'm just happy and blessing and in gratitude for that I didn't get too far. But back to the BBL. You're beautiful. If you've already made up your mind, just go do your research. Please go do your research. But go watch the movie. Go watch the miniseries, because I'm telling you, Tyler Perry clearly puts it out there. It's so clear. Right? I don't know the future of BBLs, but I do know we age. Did you catch that? I don't know the future. So going back to, if you desire to be an actress, honey, they want to know your gifts, your talents, and your face. What you're working with. How your face is in that frame. Rapper, I understand. You want to be a rapper? I get it. That's what the girls are doing. Most rappers, from my understanding, after a while, they get out of the game and do other things. And they do good. Men, what kind of man are you trying to attract? I just think about it. But you got women out there with stories and their results are not good. Then you got women out there with stories and they probably have good results, but how long are they going to last? I don't know. But just remember, it's a foreign object on your body. Just be mindful of that, okay? Now I want to address the elephant in the room. I want to address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is that I've seen, read, nobody's told me this. I either seen it online or read it. And some of these are Tyler Perry don't care about black women, don't like black women, and hate black women. I don't believe that to be true. I do not, in my heart, do not believe that Tyler Perry don't like, don't love, don't care, and hate black women. I don't believe that. I believe he loved and cared for black women. He's always working around with black women. Besides him hiring the black culture, I'm trying to understand why y'all are saying that Tyler Perry don't like black women when he's constantly hiring black women and he's working around black women. He's seen with black women. And that goes back to, is it that y'all don't want him just discussing what's really going on in our community? Or y'all are just, and I hear y'all saying he has a platform of power, and he does that. He does. He has the power to do a lot of things. And I feel that goes back to when he shared with Joel Osteen, I think a few others. It wasn't at the same time. He went and spoke at the church and he was saying he wanted to write other things. And I feel he has the right to do that. I really don't think he's sitting and being mischief and saying, I'm going to just, no. Because what y'all don't understand is it's happening. Yes, it's happening. And that's the thing that y'all don't want to accept. If you remove him, it's happening. It's if you remove him, if you remove Tyler Perry, the writer, the founder, the creator, the producer, the executive producer, the director, all the titles, it's happening. Elephant in the room. He don't like black women. That is not true. He loves black women. And I like how he continuously hire black women. After show, after show, after show, after show, after show. He never, now, and see, you can't get mad at him because he's telling the story. That's the thing. I don't get it. This could have been another way. He could have been hiring some Karens. Then you not gonna like him. Oh, he's a sellout. Yeah, it could have been in that direction. It could have been all Karens. Studio could have been in Colorado somewhere. Studio's here in Atlanta. 12 minutes. I'm in Buckhead. 12, 15 minutes on a good day. I always say, depending on traffic. My headquarters is in Buckhead. I'm not that far. Atlanta is the black Mecca. Tyler Perry has never lost his roots. He always, that's why I don't, and I think because I stand with him in his content, his brand, his mission, I kind of took that personal because I'm like, I'm a black woman and I don't pick that up. I don't pick up that he don't like black women. I don't get that. I don't know. And that goes back to sweeping our problems up under the rug. And when you step on the carpet or the rug, it's crunchy. It's uneven. How can we heal collectively as a culture if we don't talk about it? How could you fix something and you don't know? You know what I mean? If you don't have awareness, if you can't see the lessons behind it. If he want to get creative, he want to write, he can wake up tomorrow and say he want to write about a couple from the South. The plot could be a couple from the South, dated from middle high school. They get married and they have marital problems. They go to church, or he can write that and write that story, that plot, and it could be a series or whatever it is. You know, y'all will find something to say about that. Why he writing about the South? It's gonna be always something. I like his confidence. I like just the fact he's willing to go into the unknown, because like I say, with beauty black, I'm not getting ready to go be a stripper. No. No ma'am. My body don't fit in that stripper room. No ma'am. I'm going to Monaco. I need to really stop saying that. But that BBL don't influence me to go want to get a BBL. No, it does not. It does not influence me to go want to go be a stripper. No, it does not. Now, Mallory, I like her role. I like Mallory. She's shrewd, because my alter ego, I've said this probably since I've been in high school. I'm wealthy, old, and rich. No, I'm wealthy, filthy rich. I got so much money and shrewd. You know, I've always said that. That's my alter ego. It does not, when it comes to Mallory, I can see me being some of her, not all of her. Because I have heart. I gotta go to sleep at night. That's why I said, instead of me going to the club, getting musty, stinking and all that, I just I go to Monaco and I find it and be living good. Okay, there are alternatives to everything. All I'm saying is, when it comes to people saying he do not like black women, that is not by far. He's always has been around black women. Good grief. The man loved black women. He's telling stories about black women. He's hiring the best in the game. He even has gone as far as hiring women who had no experience. He's willing to take that risk and invest into them and make them become successful and stars. Seriously. And they are testimonials. Go look it up. I just don't understand we all get in that not liking black women, because he spent a lot of time around black women. A lot. And I think I wanted to speak up on that, because people that I support, I typically support good, decent people. Now, I'm not saying everybody's perfect. No. That would be ignorant on my part to believe that. But what he has presented to the community, the culture as a whole, I salute. I respect. That's why I have the shirt, the sweater on. And I plan on to continue being a part of the movement. We need to do that. Because when I think of Tyler Perry, you got to look at the people. I think about Keisha Knight Pulliam, Crystal Renee Hazel. I think about Tamela Mann, Cassie Davis, Tasha Smith. Do I need to keep going? That's not hate, that's love. He has unconditional love for those women. Now, he may have a preference who he want to work with. And everybody has a preference. Tiki Sumpter, Kiki Palmer, Taraji P. I mean, he's worked with everybody. So I'm just trying to figure out where the hate comes in there. Is it because he's willing to pull back the rug, take the broom, sweep out the trash, and say, this is what it is? And we as the collective do not want to take accountability and say, that's who we are, and we need to collectively become better. So this is a lesson. When I look at his movies, no, I'm not about to go down to Magic City, although I used to work right across the street at the courthouse. I used to work right across the street for many years at the courthouse. Yes, downtown Atlanta. And put an application? No. But if I went rogue, I'm getting on a flight and I'm going to Monaco. Okay? BBL, nope, but I plan on getting veneers or lumineers and doing some stuff to my face. Yes, I stand on that. What else they had in the movie? I respect the LGBT community. If I was not, I wouldn't be a great social worker. And actually, we gotta love. We gotta love. See, y'all trying to pull me in. When it comes to certain topics, I have a different view. Y'all need to be more concerned about when people are quiet and talking. When you have people that are quiet, be concerned. Them the ones. All I'm simply saying is love. Love, get to know. love and get to know. That's where you first start. Don't turn nobody away. Trafficking, all of that, LGBT community. I want y'all to go see it, right? From your scope. Just start asking yourself, did you learn anything? Remember, either you heard it, you experienced, or you're about to experience. So, what's the lesson behind it? What lesson did I get out of watching Beauty and Black? To run an empire, you have to make hard decisions. The more money you have, sometimes you got to make unethical decisions. And then you got to be willing to go above and beyond to protect those. Are you willing to do that? We're talking about real money. You know, we ain't talking about no 1 million. We're talking about real money. You got to make hard decisions. You get what I mean? From that, I learned it from that. I'm a business person, so I'm thinking from that perspective. What else? When you marry, like I look at Horace and Olivia. Why did they get a divorce? I don't think they should have had to get a divorce. Is it because he went through a phase? They gotta stick together. Now, if he's saying this is what I want 100% for the rest of my life, that makes sense. But marriage is, you work it out. Sometimes in a marriage, I've never been married, but I do know this: you're gonna have seasons where there's no happiness, and you gotta go in that thing and you got to figure out when those pockets, when those dry areas happen, y'all gotta come together. See, that's the problem. You're gonna have, it's gonna be 80-20 or it's gonna be 70-30. It's never 50-50. Some people are just not willing to just support. Was that the cause of the divorce? Him having a double life? Or it was other dynamics? We don't know yet. He really didn't introduce that. But I don't see why they got a divorce. But we don't know. Because if that's it, that's something they could work on. But again, I'm talking about from my lenses. I've never been in that situation, but I don't. That's something you gotta hold his hand to find out. This is when they need to be together. He's sick. He has. See, I'm getting ready to. I didn't want to do that, but he's temporarily sick because I'm hoping Tyler Perry, when he get ready to sit down and write, he get him back healed. But I don't understand why they couldn't work that out. Because people have moments. I'm telling y'all, people have moments. They do. And me sitting back looking at life now, people have moments. Now, what I don't like is lying. If your significant other is going to be honest and say, this what I like, y'all look at each other. I'm going to make this very PG and welcoming. Like green tea. You like green tea. But one day you want to try black tea. Let them try the black tea. Y'all hold hands, y'all figure it out, and keep it moving. Now, there may be consequences, like they may wake up one day and say, I want black tea the rest of my life. That's part of it, but at least you know you was with your partner and y'all went through the process. Y'all owe each other that. But where it goes wrong is when you go down the street to Starbucks and you get the black tea. And you come back and you got black tea all on you. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I don't know what was the true cause behind that. But I feel they can work it out. But I don't know the entire story. I just don't. Marriage is a different ball game. Today, people just feel like let me tell you what it is. People are afraid to just be who they are. That's all. Society has positioned or labeled, or I'm trying to say this in a way where I'm not talking about moving and I'm not offending anyone. People are just afraid to be who they are. They are really afraid of that. So if we can just be honest up front and just say, this is what I like, or I'm just curious about it, or sometimes I have these feelings about that, we probably would have healthier relationships, longer marriages. You understand what I'm saying? Because a person is just being transparent and they're being vulnerable, and this is what I'm curious about, or this is what I really, really like. So that person can be there with that person, and they can become a part of their mental world. They can say, okay. But when we begin to quickly judge and no, and oh my God, you're shaming them and you're making them go inward. Then you're causing other stressors, because now you're getting other people involved in your union or in your relationship. Oh, it's just messy. So if men and women, because it's not just a man being transparent, if men and women can just be honest and say, you know what, baby, sometimes I have this feeling, this is what I like, this is what I desire, can we work through this together? I don't want to be alone and I don't want to lose you. Maybe things could be better for a lot of people. That's how I feel. Because looking at it, it appears it may go in and out for Horace. It's not all the time. I don't know. But if it's not all the time, that's something because, see, I'm not going to, I want y'all to see it. But yeah, I feel they didn't have to get a divorce for that. Is that something they could have worked out? I don't know. That's how I feel. That's just me. I'm so real about it. I'm old, maybe because I'm older. I'm not 25. Maybe because I look at things from a different scope. I'm about connection. I'm about getting to the root of it. What are the causes? Remember, I like to study why people do what they do. So I'm going to be, if I was married, because even I was in a position, and I've shared this before, my last relationship, I got cheated on for 4 years. And I was so into becoming a millionaire. That ain't happened. But I was available emotional most of the time. And I was always available, you know. But they cheated. So why they cheated? I never got the real reason, but then they told me the real reason. I was like, are you serious? So I forgave, but we're not gonna go back down there. No. 4 years. So we're business partners, and that's it. You know what I mean? But I forgave, because I don't want to, you know, when I'm aligned to be able to date someone, I don't want to be holding on from my past. So I had to forgive. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how much longer we will do entrepreneurship. What's the future of that? But I've said it before, I want them to be blessed. I want them to have a healthy relationship. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm not the one. You get what I mean? I don't have any ill will. You know, I don't know who my future mate is, but the things that I learned in my last relationship, I will not be repeating in the one in the future. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but we're going to have real conversations, because I don't want my man to feel he got to go down the street and go do something, because he can't be vulnerable, he can't be transparent, he can't be honest. If we can be honest about things and say, this is who we really are, you have a decision right then and there. Can you potentially deal with it? You know, he may wake up one day and say, you know, I used to like cigarettes, today I'm feeling it. Okay, let's walk through this process. Now, I'm not saying every 2-3 months y'all dealing with that. No. I mean, it bursts cancer, of course, and you got to deal with the smell and odor and breath and all of that. No, I'm just giving an example. Sorry, I had to change up my banner again. But if I was, as I was sharing, if I was in a relationship and my significant other, he came to me about something, I'd rather be the woman to be able to be there for him. I don't want him to feel he has to go somewhere else and get something. No. Let's be transparent. That's why you have to go through premarital counseling. Really date. You know, people don't date anymore, I guess. You know, really just be honest. I'd rather for me to be honest about a lot of things than me to hold back and then get fully engaged into a relationship, especially a marriage, and then I'm hiding these things behind my husband. No, desires are real. You got to be able to face those desires. Some people call them temptations, desires. There are different names for those, for them to be identified as. I just feel like if we could just be transparent when you begin to date someone, let them know. You'd rather be embarrassed then than to lose out so much more later. It's just not worth it. And then some people ain't gonna be with it. Some people might say, you know, at least they know, you know, you gotta be careful who you confide in, because you don't want everybody to know your business. I'm just saying, if you, whomever you're with, just be transparent. If you know you love that person, you really want to be with that person, even like I say, I don't know who I'm gonna be with in the future, but if we're getting really serious, he need to know I got some stuff that I want to do, and I'm gonna be looking just like this, pretty and just as confident. I might be a little interested. I might be a little interested in this. That ain't nothing I want to do every day, but it comes and it goes. I'm gonna be transparent. This is what I want. Now you don't want to do that, we got a problem, because I'm pretty sure one day I might wake up and want to try it. He might be looking at me. I was just thinking about something. He might be looking at me like he gonna freeze for about 30 minutes, because he gonna say, but I wouldn't tell nobody that I just started dating. That's something that's deserving. You just don't be walking around here, you go on your second date, I want to try such and such, and I have desires. Absolutely not. This is someone that you're building with. You just know for sure. You know y'all getting real serious. You might have to say, is this what I like? And I feel if collectively, if we could begin to all do that, right? Once that person has kind of proven themselves, then you kind of have a stronger, healthier relationship. But you ain't gotta be out here going across town, going across the world, just like when men be dating women talking about they don't have no peace and they don't have any peace. Okay, you saying you don't have no peace in your house. What you lacking? What are you lacking? Is something in your household that is lacking for you not to have peace? Okay, do you have children in your house? Or a man might say, she argued too much. What is it that you're not doing? Or what is it that you feel she does and it causes or trigger an argument? Ask these questions. You get what I mean? Don't just be walking around here saying what a person is doing or causing, and you know you're part of the variable. You get it? So that's another part I just wanted to bring up. In terms of, I like Horace, I like Olivia. My top ones, of course, Horace, Olivia, Norman, Mallory, soft spot. So my soft spots would be Kimmy, Charles, because Charles comes from Ruthless, and Kimmy, she didn't know any better. Give her some grace. Love me some Horace. Horace needs to get well quick, please. Olivia, love to see them get back together, but I don't know what Tyler Perry's going with this. Norman, we need to know what's his problem, because he can go there. He kind of like a little, I was gonna say poster. he kind of, you know, yeah, you don't want to get on his bad side. Feeling Mallory. I'm feeling Mallory. Mallory is disconnected when it comes to emotion. She is all about that. Now, she is the kind of woman that will build wealth, but will it last long? Because she have a lot of skeletons in the closet. You get what I mean? She know how to get you plenty of money, honey. But she got some skeletons. So she got to make sure she have the best people around her, because they will snitch before a pimp will hit a prostitute on a Sunday. I'm keeping it real. She know how to make some money. Her character. However, she don't have the right people around her. She'll have it just like that. Roy is just, he just living life. He's living a typical, I'm gonna tell you what, he's living like a trust fund child. Oh, just get hot and get by. You know what I mean? Body is body. Body has the potential to open up her own club. She don't even know that. Body has the potential to do her own thing. She can go open up a club. That's how powerful her body is. I believe Delinda, she may own the club, if I'm not mistaken. Jules, just being who Jules is. Jules is a money seeker, money hunter. The difference between Jules and Mallory, Mallory, from my understanding, she see money, she gonna grow it. She gonna grow that money. Jules see money everywhere. He want a little bit of this, a little bit of that. He greedy. I want a little bit of everything. He just want it, okay? So he is another person. He needs to cover his tracks, because when you make money that way, it can be rocky. Dip a little bit. You know, you got to be careful with the people that you have around you, because they will tell you, they will snitch on you. You know what I mean? I don't care how much you're paying them. Some people, always remember this. It's like a person always want to be the captain of the ship. They willing to sink it. Cause, okay, it's like, if I'm not the captain of the ship, I'm gonna sink it. Everybody's not gonna have that humility or that grace or that I'll wait my turn. You know what I mean? Some people, when you look at Tyler Perry, they may want to be him, or they want what he has. You know, I don't know how many people want a piece of what he has. They either probably want to be him, or they want everything he has. Tyler Perry is not showboat. He's very plain, simplistic. But I'm just saying, I'm not talking about the people around him. I'm just saying, like, people may want to be him, envy, not everybody. Envy him, they want to be him, or they want everything he has, or whatever they know what he has. I don't know. Or then some people just probably want a piece of what he has. And then somebody like me, I'm just like, okay, I just want to sit on the cloth. Let me just get a piece of the little rug that them gowns, pastors be having on. Just let me sit on it and ride it. That's me, you know what I mean? That's just me. Let me just be in the atmosphere, okay? Let me learn. Because if I know it, then I can grow it. You get what I mean? I don't have to have all that what you have, because I really don't know what he has. I just know he's very successful with his content. I'm not trying to get all into that, you know what I mean? Because I won't want nobody knowing all my business. I'm very proud. I'm very private. People don't know that. You don't need to know all of that. I'm giving you what I feel is universal, okay? But I'm not. If I telling y'all, if I had 30 million right now, y'all, I'll still be shopping at Goodwill. I'll still be walking around here saying I'm working on it, becoming successful. I'm not a showboaty. No, that's not me. Because the least you know, the better I am. So serious. But yeah, that's the difference between Mallory. Is one know how to take something and build it. The other one is like, I want your money, I want your money, I want your money. That's the difference with them. And then he hasn't really gone into Horace and Norman, how it really happened. you know. He did, but he didn't. You get what I'm saying? Overall, I give it a 10 out of a 10. It's good writing. It's entertaining. It's educational. It's educational. You're gonna either know somebody experienced it, or about to. So brace yourself. Go on next flick, become a member, and watch it. Date night, girls night, guy night, however, honey, a night, and watch it. A miniseries. So you probably seen it all in one night, but it's gonna be so good where you're gonna say, oh, I gotta see, let me stay up 1 more hour, then 3 more hours, then 5 more hours. It's that good. You just want to know what's about to happen, and that's where I was. It's like when Kimmy's mother dropped her off, I was like, wait a minute, where is this gonna go? And that's why I was interested to see the remaining of it. And then he got me hooked when I seen Charles. I'm like, oh, Ruthless. And then he had me hooked with Olivia and Horace, and it just goes on. So I mean, I never gave it a rest because I just needed to know. I was like, I gotta see what's next. I gotta see what's next. And you gotta also remember, I don't come from that world, so it's kind of like it's like, let me see, this was happening, this is what they doing, you know what I mean? That's my little form of entertainment. I'm always gonna be in a space of the underdog, the unknown, where people don't want to go. That's me. You know what I mean? I'm always wanting to know. And people like me, very smart, strategic people. Anyway, my name is Makeba Williams, coming out of beautiful, beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come from a place of love and respect.